What's going on, guys? This is Darren. Before I start the video here, I just wanted to let you all know that I'm very thankful that so many of you have watched the last video that I did. As of right now, 44 people have watched it, and I've got 4 likes on it. And of course, one dislike. Someone disliked it and didn't want to do their own research, which is what this channel is about. I really want to focus on you guys going out there and really doing your own research, or at least fact checking me. If you're going to put a dislike on my video, I'll comment back and put in the facts and be like, listen, Darren, you're wrong here, you're wrong here. And if I really am wrong, I'll admit it in the next video and let you guys know. Anyways, today I want to talk about 2 things. Captain America again, and I also want to talk about Milo's interaction with Black Lives Matter. Milo Yiannopoulos, for those of you who don't know, is a man who believes he is gay by choice. And he goes out and he's on a faggot tour, dangerous faggot tour is what he calls it. And he is out and about going to different colleges that invite him, and he is speaking out against, feminism. And for those of you guys that don't know what the right-wing conservatives believe about feminism, it's not that we are anti-feminists as in we don't like women. It's we believe that women are strong enough already and have the same rights as us men, at least in the United States of America. And there are much bigger issues at stake right now than dealing with the issues that you all want to deal with. So, for an example, and I wasn't planning on getting into this, but we'll kind of go over it really quick. For example, some women believe that if you look them up and down, that's considered rape. To us on the right, it's not considered rape. So these are the things that we kind of disagree on. And perhaps at some point, if you guys would like, I'll go over that and kind of talk about my views on feminism. Regardless, let's get to the issue at hand. So Milo is on this tour, and he's at DePaul University, and DePaul University has him in, and they go into the room, and they start talking, and he has people coming up and asking questions and that sort of thing. So what happens is this I believe it was the young woman first came in, and she sat down right next to him. She was wearing a very, very short shirt, to the point where if she had jumped or whatever, and she was very, very emphatic later on, she might have shown part of her, which I guess she didn't care about if she's wearing that. And so she sat down there in the between. And the next thing I know, there's a man who's apparently a minister. I don't know what kind of religion he's in, but not any kind that I know of that worships God as a Christian belief. So maybe he's his own sort of ministry. He comes in, starts blowing a whistle into a microphone. You can't get any more annoying than that sound. Okay? Completely and totally blocks Milo's speech. They can't speak when there's a man blowing a whistle in, and security can't help them. Now, let me explain this real quick, because I think people have had questions about the security and kind of bashing them. The truth is that the security there later on came out and said, we wanted to do something, but we couldn't. We literally couldn't do a thing to help these people. So when you can't have security doing anything, and you can't have Milo, obviously inciting violence, then what do? Well, here's the funny, well, I guess not so funny. Later on, they're outside, they're trying to get to the president's office to complain to him. Apparently he's in France right now. And then they're trying to go, I forget where they went after that. I think they just went somewhere where Milo could sign names and sign hats, rather, Trump hats, because he's a Trump supporter. It's just insane. Well, kind of my reaction on the whole thing is I think these kids need to realize that what they're being told is wrong, and they need to, like this channel's about, is do their own research. There is no wage gap. That's a myth. It's been proven it's a myth for a long time. Go do your own research, okay? And by research, I don't mean go find facts to prove me wrong. Research means looking at both sides and analyzing it, okay? Do some research. I did this on climate change recently. I changed my mind on climate change because I'd already known and actually gone to class on why climate change is happening. And then recently I kind of looked at the conservative side and said, you know what? They're making a lot of great points. And those things that we thought were going to happen aren't. So scientists, whether we want to believe it or not, are wrong about climate change. And it might be happening at a slower rate or whatever, but they're wrong about how it's going to play out and when it would, all the ice caps would melt. So we need to take that into consideration when we research things. You've got to research both sides. You can't just research one side and say, oh, this is the way it is. You can't just find surveys and have it support what you say. You must look out and find surveys that don't support and then say, you know what, this is wrong because of this. And if you can't say this is wrong because of this, then you mustn't draw conclusions. So anyways, our wage gap myth, it literally takes everybody in America, all blacks, and says this is what they make. All whites, this is what they make. Now there is, because of racial discrimination in the past, a problem where most black men don't go out and get high-level position jobs like white men do. Not because when they're in an interview, they say, yep, he's black, so I can't put him in this position. But more, they don't go out and qualify themselves for this job, which is not the fault of the white man. It's not my fault. It's not, anybody else's fault for why you can't get a job. So you can't blame anybody. I just want people to understand you have to advocate for yourself. So these black kids that are hounding Milo are basically saying, I don't care about your free speech. I don't care about my free speech. I just want to be able to shut you down because you disagree with what I say. And there'll be a time, if they keep on doing this, that somebody's going to shut them down because they disagree with what they say. Oh, God forbid somebody brings in a weapon into that arena and takes violent acts against them. They don't realize that what the risks are. And they're not Martin Luther King. They're not peacefully protesting. If I was in their situation, first of all, I wouldn't be protesting. I'd be trying to help these black kids. But if what they're saying is really true, what I would be doing is I would be standing up behind Milo holding signs. Completely and totally silent. There's nothing you can do after that. You have the right to protest, and that's a public event. So I just don't understand why these kids don't understand that they are not doing anything other than making people angry. It's not changing people's minds. So on to Captain America real quick before I wrap this up. Today, he came out as a Nazi. Apparently he isn't really Captain America. He's a double agent. And he's a Nazi out to get all Americans. And they were explaining why he's a Hydra agent. So yesterday, he came out as bisexual, and today he came out as a Nazi. I can't wait for gay people now to throw him out like garbage. Oh, he's a Nazi? Well, shit, I don't want him as my representation as gay. Well, my response to that is, no. You wanted to have a gay representation, so why not? Why not have him be gay? And the response is, well, Nazis don't, they persecute gays. No, diversity. You can have a gay Nazi. If you can have a 1940s male who's supposed to be a protector of women be bisexual, why can't you have a bisexual Nazi? I just don't understand it. My personal belief is, whatever Marvel Comics say he is, Marvel Comics writes for him, and that's what he is. As much as I may say, this is ridiculous, this is, them just trying to crush against American agenda, if they don't want him to be gay, this is a great way of saying to the community, he's not gay, he's not bisexual, he's a Nazi. So what do you think he is? Straight. And that's maybe what it needs to come to, is all these characters that these people want, trying to force to become bisexual or gay. They just need to come out and say, nope, he's a Nazi. He's a white supremacist. He's a black supremacist. He's completely and totally against gay people. And then he can't be gay. But anyways, guys, thank you for listening to this. And I want you to go out and do your own research on the wage gap and what Black Lives Matter really does. They're not an activist group for black people. An activist group goes out and helps black people. These people just incite violence, riot, and try and create diversions in the American community. And that's not what an activist group does. Okay, Martin Luther King would have never been a Black Lives Matter activist. Never in a million years. And to think that he would is ridiculous. Again, go do your research. Prove me wrong. And for those of you that do prove me wrong, I'll put you in the next video that I do. And, you know, kind of respond to it. And if you're right, you're right. I mean, I'm not going to be the one to say, you know, this guy has some facts, but I'm just going to say he's wrong. So go ahead and do that, guys. That's going to do it for the video right now. I'm at 13 minutes, so I'll let you guys go. And this has been Darren, doing your own research.